Hey there, Gerbil Nation. It's your boy Brown DC Gerbil. You already know. And today, in today's video, I basically went ahead and pretty much had broken down some film for my ACFL team that I assistant coaching. Since we were basically preparing for our regular season finale, which is pretty much it was a must-win game. I wanted to go ahead and get it done. Now, basically, it did take a while. But basically, it was just me going ahead, explain to them what was going to go ahead and what we were going to go up against. So, first of all, if you guys haven't, make sure y'all go ahead and pretty much like this video if you can, because I appreciate it. I really do. So today we are going to go ahead and basically break down the film of pretty much how we're going to try to go and contain everyone. So, without further ado, he was basically the actual pretty much steady film. And well, yeah. All right. Either way, let's go ahead and hop in. All right. Let's see if we got this one up. All right. Okay, we got a few guys coming in here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the my screen share up. So I'm gonna go ahead and present this my entire screen, and okay, there you go. So So in a little bit, we'll be going ahead and basically just breaking down some film that we have to go ahead and make sure we get this done. So of course, it's our Baylor versus Texas opponent. I had to basically just pretty much make sure that we watch and get the stuff done. So like I said, this is a must-win game. We gotta win today, guys. We gotta win. We beat Baylor. We hope Texas, and literally, as long as we basically beat Baylor and Texas loses their week 8 matchup. So basically, week 8 watch TCU loses. That basically puts them at 3-5, and we just basically have to worry about this one. But either way, if we lose, we just have to worry about basically that week 8 matchup that TCU will have. TCU wins out, we're done for the season. So we got to go ahead, make sure we come in. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, actually we did face them, so they're 4-4 actually. So we got to win this game. They're gonna go ahead. We got to hope that they lose. Either and look at their matchup. If I do recall, they're gonna go ahead and take on. Better have a good opponent. They better have someone that can actually hold them. Looks like that they're gonna take on LSU. Okay, we have to win this game. We have to win this one.
Wait, hold on. When's this game?
This game's going to be happening soon, but I want to make sure you guys are prepared for this matchup. We lose this one. TCU wins. We're basically kind of screwed. In just other words, we got to win this one. We lose. We're basically kind of screwed. So I basically have gotten the film ready. So no one's in here. Like I said, you're going to be mandated to go ahead and pretty much watch the video on it. Making sure everyone knows. So you basically have set this up. Alright. So what we're going to be going ahead and saying is basically this team. I'm gonna basically show what they're gonna go ahead and try to do. So this is basically filmed when they went ahead and they played Texas. And if we basically do get the win out and we do make the bowl game, well, you guys, if you guys can, notice what Texas is doing as well, because we gotta basically know what we're gonna be going ahead and going up against. Oh yeah. So either way, let's get the film started. So here they are. They basically are gonna go ahead and pretty much line up. Usually they might not line up in this. So this is like basically when they have like 7 on or like something like that. But overall, we're probably gonna run like a base defense. And well, yeah. So I'm trying to go ahead and basically get the film right. Get the film where it starts. My goodness, why does it take so long? Alright. So this is basically it. One of the problems that they basically did have, when you face basically a high profile offense like basically Texas has, that's where they basically kind of went ahead and struggled. But for us, we don't have that. You guys are like, so we basically go ahead and you gotta go ahead and get this stuff done. So if we get this, so we see here, want you to watch the defensive end right here. They get those blocks. You can see that they're basically running either zone to man or they're running zone coverage. If they where they are running, we gotta go ahead and be prepared for that. Basically, go ahead and we watch the film that they take those suggestions. And here's a pass right there. You can see that if they are running zone coverage, you can see that they basically are dissecting it well. So let's looking at this one. Okay, yes, it is zone. So they are running zone to man. You just see that basically we get those open parts ready. So if you're the quarterback, so we gotta make sure that you gotta get those small spaces open, put it where they can't get it. And other for the basic start. They can't get it. They're gonna be that's gonna help us. That's gonna pretty much help us a lot. And that is basically just for starters on defense. When they're running a little red zone defense and prepare for their guy because they might have X1K in there. Make sure you guys go ahead and you get ready. If you have to, make sure you go ahead and out jam them. And well, yeah. So now here they are on offense. And this is when they have their backup in. So if they're having Plume start, I'm just gonna go ahead and just straight up remind y'all, he can pass and he can run the ball. So the system I'm probably going to deploy is that we're gonna go ahead and have a linebacker just straight up pretty much hover around the line of scrimmage all day. Like basically, we're gonna have one DE actually rushing the other DE. In other words, gonna go ahead and he's gonna be there just to make sure. But if they're gonna have 2 blockers on that front, we're gonna send a third guy rushing because I want to make sure we put enough pressure. If they have their backup QB in, like here, watch the blocks. Just we gotta make sure we gotta make him uncomfortable, and this is Wood the boat. So let's go ahead and see what Wood's gonna try to do. So we make them uncomfortable. You can see here that he's going to rely on those blocks from the center X1K. And whatever you guys do, make sure you got. This is another guy that you have to go ahead and watch out. We have to watch out for Prodigy Chris Brown. This man is basically the wide receiver 1 on this team. And I don't know how I can say how many times, but Plume and you can see here Wood, they both want to go ahead and get. And they're both going to go ahead and target him. So if anything, you guys can. If he is running a deep route, do not at all whatsoever go ahead and basically allow him to get a burn. If we have someone PRing that, they're basically we have a good chance of getting the pick. We get the pick, we basically are getting set up in the candy shop. So the one thing for note, make sure you got that there's a deep guy nearby. So if the free safety, whoever it is, make sure you go ahead and you keep an eye out for Prodigy Chris Brown. He wants that deep ball. Don't let him get a burn. Because he burns you, they dime it, and he gets it. You got burned like Apple Rice Krispie. I was going to say nothing more. So you can see here that on this 2-point, they're going to put pretty much, they're basically trying to making this easy for Wood. So whatever we can, just make sure we go ahead and we pretty much put a lot of pressure on the backup or on their starter. Contain that run. Make sure, like in a way, make sure you guys go ahead and pretty much stop them up pretty hard. Is there anyone, before we go basically continue breaking down film, is there any questions we have? Like, is there anyone basically having any questions before I move on and with the film? Because if you guys don't, I'm gonna go basically. All right, let's go. So this next drive here, we can see that basically they are gonna rush 3 defensive ends. So we have to make sure we have more of the DBs going ahead and spreading out. We can't go ahead and pretty much let them just go and basically send 3 DEs all day and think that they're going to have a chance. I mean, reminder, here, they're going ahead and facing off against possibly the running back of the year. Besides CGG. So, besides that, basically, you got to make sure we got to go and cover that pretty well. Take those plays, and whatever you do, make sure you find those open slot areas that the DB isn't at. So as you can see here, they're basically now kind of switching up to a little bit of. They're still switching up to that zone to man coverage, and if they are, and if Plume runs it, I'm just gonna show you. If he does run it, I want to make sure that those DBs or linebackers, you guys got to go ahead and make sure you go and stop the play before things get serious. You can see there that basically, I'm just gonna say needless to say first, half of this team's actually wise pretty much when you look at the team on paper, they're like below average. But when you just look, basically half their team is actually has some star-studded talent. I mean, you got Prodigy Chris Brown to worry about. We got to make sure we got to lock down Plume on offense. He might be playing DE in this game. Actually, like I said, I'm not really sure. There's a little dot right there. So you can see here, we basically go ahead and we run those out routes properly because make sure you go ahead and you basically force the. So if you're running that outside receiver route, I'm just gonna basically just show you here. If you line up, I'm just gonna show you an example. If you basically line up like in this part and right here, make sure you go ahead and you first make sure you cut in and then you fake them out. I'm gonna tell you this route all seems to work like almost all the time. You basically kind of abuse that route, and like as you can see there, the DB that was covering, which was Gabs, she basically had no chance of getting that fake. And plus, we use those rub routes as well. You also got to go ahead and got a good chance of basically scoring. So you got to make sure whatever you do, make sure we get wide because this team ain't afraid of going ahead and guarding up. As you can see here on this 2-point try, we cover that. We make sure we get those sideburns. There you go. You got there's a hit there, and you saw how Daquan got that 2 point. So now, if we just so happen to kick it low to them, they're going to go ahead and make those early blocks. So if you guys have to, make sure y'all go ahead and pretty much outmaneuver them and actually have that mental agility to go ahead, come in, put it into the play. And I'm just gonna put a reminder here: kick returners can fumble. So if you guys can force a fumble and recover it, that's decent. We actually got good field position. So just remember that if whenever you guys have to go ahead and cover a kick return like that. So I can see here on offense. Now here they are. Reminder: why don't you guys go ahead and watch Prada's Chris Brown? Because he's gonna be their go-to guy. And there he is. He went ahead and we basically found that soft spot to go to. So so if you're short or a linebacker, make sure y'all go ahead and make sure he doesn't go anywhere near that area. And here we are. As we look at this deep ball, make sure y'all cover that. There's an example right there. You cover that. There it is. Just look. I want you to look at this part here. I want to slow it down and just break it down to y'all. This is basic. He basically went ahead and he had a burn. Even though he had the burn, this is something I advise you guys not to do against Prada's Chris Brown. If he gets that burn and they get a good dime, bam. You guys, there's a possible touchdown right there. You guys go ahead and you don't let up that burn. And there's someone that is pretty much kind of behind that. Just overall, make sure y'all go ahead and not have it. You can see the slowdown here. It's basically a 50-50 ball. The perfect timing play. There you go. Get that. And well, yeah. That's basically that's basically a way to go ahead and make sure we get them uncomfortable. So Wood, if he does QB that one, we gotta make sure he's pretty much uncomfortable as heck. So basically make him uncomfortable by doing that deep ball. But do not let him throw those checkdowns though too, because those will get annoying. I'm not saying that physically, I mean literally. Those are going to be very, very annoying. You can just basically see. I'm just gonna take some breakdown here. If you're basically the left receiver and you're going 1v1 against Gabs, make sure you go ahead and kind of force those out routes and make sure she can't get them because keep in mind, this team isn't afraid of going ahead and tackling the ball. And if you throw it, and if you're the QB, make sure do not port thoroughly and put it where the receiver can't get it. Like, put it where the receiver can get it, and put it where the DB can't. In a resulting way, just look at this slowdown of here. I do apologize for my background noise. So like you can just see pretty much how the defensive back just basically dove for that. And that receiver just basically had no chance. We cannot allow that to go ahead and happen. We allow that. That's basically horrible. It's like we're basically playing feet for hands offense. And also keep in mind, if you're also the QB, so Albert, this is basically just for the heads up. Make sure if you do see a run lane, don't be afraid to take it. Don't just stall for that run lane. Just straight up take it, and basically, and if you guys have elusiveness, which I might have to go ahead and basically give you guys a basic example there. You guys are elusive. You guys can basically mix them out. You can just show that this team is seriously there. So now here it is. There's wood. Just go. We go ahead and we put pretty much enough pressure on them as it is. We force them to make an uncomfortable throw, and we do not allow those reels, however. Oh yeah, this is another thing we also gotta go ahead and cover here. This is basically denying the reel. So whatever you do, whenever you're basically when there's in a situation now where the receiver has basically caught the reel at there, like I'm just gonna show it a little bit right here. If you're the defensive back, do not dive like basically for the ball. If you're like right here and you're in the air, make sure you go ahead and just dive at them and make sure you knock them out of bounds. You knock them out of bounds and they don't get that 1 foot in, that will technically count as an incompletion, and that will also, I can tell you, it basically pretty much denies them a catch in any single way, shape, or form. Because if you do, there you go. Sets them up in the candy shop, aka the red zone. So now that they basically are in their little red zone, why you guys go ahead and watch out? Plus, ignore that chat there. It's just freaking annoying how basically it's kind of there. But there you go. You had to check down, and okay, that was very uncomfortable. That I don't even know what type of throw he makes. Yeah, make sure you be forced to make those bad throws, and the DB has to be there. DB's there, get some bad throws. You got a good bait, and that's saying hello. Like here, I'm gonna slow it down. Watch the bait. He has a good. He gets it. Basically, that's basically pretty much a good chance of going ahead and getting a nice return. So watch. So if you're also getting a pick, I wanted to make sure you guys advise there. Make sure you guys follow those blocks if you guys have a good interception return. Because you can go ahead and you can take this back the other way. You guys have basically a good chance of going ahead and getting your team up in field position. But if you're in the end zone and you got to pick, just kneel it for a touchback. That's how you say it. Unless you have like a good lane to return it, I don't know. If I were you, just kneel it for the touchback. So here we are back on that offensive possession, and we can see here we gotta make sure that they don't see that press coverage. So if we do actually run a line, if they do actually run a line screen, make sure y'all go ahead and just like make sure you guys, if you're the DB, make sure like you kind of half press up. Like don't allow too much yards. Like make sure you got pretty much give it a chance to actually think about it. Like should I throw it? If they don't throw it, then you guys go ahead and go drop back into coverage. So like basically, if they basically had run a line screen before, just warn them the second time. We ain't not gonna go ahead and let you get another line screen. Just like you're not going anywhere. You can see now. I'm just gonna basically fast forward up to 3rd and 7. You can see here that they rushed 3. I'm just gonna say a reminder out here. If you're a tight end, if you guys go ahead and you make those blocks and you're able to sneak out, if you're the quarterback, don't be afraid to hit that open zone. But make sure you guys make some good decisions too on when your routes are run. So the last thing you need is to run a bad route and a bad throw. And yeah. Now this one, I'm kind of surprised this was even a catch. But just look at basically what I'm going to show you an example of there. Just pretty much see how he basically knocked him out of bounds a little bit. If you knock him out of bounds completely and that's ruled an incompletion, there you go. Are you guys seriously going to leave VC? Oh my goodness. Ugh. People these days, I swear. I am going to go ahead and make sure y'all go ahead and watch this. So you guys are going to be mandated to watch this as your homework. There it is. Basically force them out. And well, yeah. So here they are, just seeing a little second and 10 situation type there. We basically go ahead. We gotta make sure we gotta go and advise them, do this simple stuff there. So I'm just gonna basically say it right here. Since we've seen basically enough of this film, basic parts, the bottom line is basically this. I'm just gonna go ahead and just say it here. Just make sure you got it. Got this part here. Bottom line is this. Do not allow. Make sure you guys do not allow the catch. Make sure you guys go ahead and play shut down. And well, yeah. You guys do that. You get some success. There you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually go and pretty much. I basically went ahead and I have recorded this. So if you guys did miss out on any notes, make sure I will have this on my YouTube channel. So well, yeah. All right. Thank you guys for going and coming. You guys are dismissed. And well, that's it. If you guys went ahead and enjoyed me just breaking on this film, getting my team ready, be sure to leave a like and pretty much smash the thumbs up. From me, till next time, saddle up, saddle out. Peace out.